Warning, this video contains spoilers from Toy Story 4. If you have not seen the film yet, don't watch this video.
A few months ago, the How to Train Your Dragon franchise came to a close. This month, whilst not confirmed, the Toy Story franchise may have come to a close as well. And we can tell there's definitely not going to be a fifth film. Yeah, let's just hope there isn't one. And yeah, Toy Story 4 was a pretty good film. Not as good as the previous three, but still good. And it had some pretty emotional scenes, like we'll get to that later. So let's talk about the characters first. Woody has a character arc throughout the film where he does all the stuff he can by like knowing you have to be there for a child, but now he learns that sometimes you've done your duty and you have to help other toys. And I think this was a pretty nice way to end off his story arc. And let's just hope they don't bring him back for another film to have another arc. Now onto Buzz Lightyear. A lot of people seem to have issue with the fact that he can now talk to his inner voice because he's a little idiotic, despite the fact in the three films he usually just thinks to himself, what could he do, and just use his mind to just think. Whereas in this film he just presses a button and then just calculate it to see what could he do. I have mixed feelings about this. Yes, it's a bit stupid, but at the same time it's an interesting new way to handle this character. I mean, at least they didn't try to mess up his character on purpose, just get the plot going. Why'd you have to do that, Cast too? Also, I'm glad that Bo Peep is back after she was absent in Toy Story 3. I'm glad that this film showed us why she was absent. And I think her character in this film did really well. Like, she was the one to tell Woody, do you think you should just help a toy just so that you could be loved by an owner? And thank God she wasn't the villain, because that would have been so out of character for her.
Also, whilst we don't get much time with her, her partner, Officer Giggle McDipple, she was alright.
And I know some of you guys may have found them annoying, but I found Bunny and Ducky to be quite funny. I mean, come on, you need to have two pals who are sometimes idiotic and like to be cool sometimes in your story. Then we have Keanu Reeves as Duke Kaboom, who had a really nice story to him. Like, he was just some toy who was owned by a boy who threw him away because the commercials were just trying to describe, oh, look how amazing it is, and to then realise that they're not what he expected. And then you see Duke Kaboom evolving from being just some toy who was sad that he lost an owner and is just chilling out, to then learn he has to help those out, and he faces fear of realizing he may not just be who he thought he would be. But I think my personal favourite new character from Toy Story 4 has got to be Gabby Gabby. When I first saw her in the trailers and TV spots, I was immediately like, yep, she's the villain. But turns out the reason why she wants Woody's voice box is because she just wants to be loved by a girl, where she realizes she needs to just be loved by anyone. They just need to choose which one for her, not her. Now let's talk about the story. So the film is about Bonnie making a new toy called Forky, and then he decides to run off because he thinks he's not a toy. And now Woody and the gang have to try and find him. And of course, Woody runs into Bo Peep and he starts learning about that he had his time as being a toy and now he has to become a lost toy. Now, I kind of have mixed feelings on the ending. Now I agree, it was a great way to end off Woody's story. but it ignores the rule of this toy has to be there for his or her kid. I mean, I get the fact that Bonnie isn't interested in Woody anymore, but there's just two problems with this. The first being that at the end of Toy Story 3, Andy says to Bonnie to look after Woody very specially, and you know what I mean. And secondly, what if she may realise that Woody's missing and regret for not looking after him properly? But don't worry, I'm not saying that the ending is really bad, I'm just pointing out some nitpicks. Anyways, that's all I can say about this film, so overall I give this like an 8 out of 10. But what did you guys think of Toy Story 4? Did you like it or not? Make sure to write down your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, make sure to subscribe to this channel and leave a like or dislike to this video. If you have any questions or some ideas of what I could do in the future, make sure to write that down in the comments down below.
Anyways, see you guys for the next video.